It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 1st down, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. David Njoku hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Play action. Now it's Brady. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. The 30. 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quez Watkins, 82 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Out of the gun, Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Cameron Hayward racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Here's Watson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And Brown's got it for a Dolphins touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now left side on the swing pass. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes out a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Brady going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them.
Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Chargers hit 9-3 here on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating, because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Brady's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, going back to Patterson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Brady now to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On play action, now Brady rolling to his right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Kylen Granson,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And oh, it's blocked. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
From the 6.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
Right side to Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12...
A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. McPherson's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The final shot before half for Brady.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Brady now on 1st down.
And complete to Drake London. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown!
Drake London.
66 yards.
And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Brady will look to throw for it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Cordero Patterson
with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. You figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Watson. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Brady now on first down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Patterson on the draw play. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Brady. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
64 yards.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Got Patterson on the quick slant here.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Chargers.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Brady's going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. That'll go as a pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Brady. Flushed out right. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. There he goes, right side. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Watson. That's complete to Tony. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.